All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right, a lack of urgency is your financial downfall. A lack of urgency will be your financial downfall. A lot of you don't move quick. You wait for things to pass you by and then you want to make a move. So I think you need to make sure you have some urgency. If we break a 24-hour day down, a third of the day you're sleeping, a third of the day you're working, a third of the day you're doing leisure. So if you really think about it, a third of your life is already wasted due to sleeping, right? Most of you sleep for 8 hours. Most of you sleep for longer than 8 hours. So you need to understand that already 60, you only have really like 66% of your life to get things done. And if we look at the age range for most people, people typically don't last until up until 100, right? Most people are checking out at 75, 80. So really, when you're at 20 to 25 years old, you're almost at the halfway point, which is crazy to think about. But somebody was saying this the other day on a YouTube podcast, and I've heard it before, but it is crazy to think about it like that. If when you're 20 to 25, you're almost at the halfway point of your life. You don't have that much left. So I think people need to have a sense of urgency. I know a sense of urgency really elevated my financial life and got me to my financial goals quicker. Obviously, I have a lot more financial goals that I want to get to, but having that urgency is one thing that will help you get to where you need to go financially. So some things that have helped me out that I can share that gave me that sense of urgency. Number one was waking up early. Before, I typically woke up at 7 to 8 o'clock. Now I wake up at 5 o'clock and sometimes 5:30. But most likely, most of the time, it's 5 o'clock. I have my alarm set for 5 o'clock, and what that allows me to do is it allows me to get more things done. And the fact that I'm waking up early tells myself to get things done, because I'm not just gonna wake up and not do anything. I might as well just go back to bed. So when I wake up, it just forces me to do something and be a lot more productive, and just adds to that sense of urgency that I have. So a lot of you need to wake up early. I know a lot of people who wake up, like some people wake up at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and you're sleeping more than that 8 hours. So you're probably like at 40% of your life already gone. So you definitely need to have a sense of urgency. Number two is writing things down. If you see in the back, I have a whiteboard. It's probably blurred out, so you can't see it that good. But writing things out, writing things everywhere in a notebook, in your phone, on a whiteboard. I actually have a paper on my door. So every time I leave my door, I see like, okay, this is what I want to do, or it just reminds me to do something. So that way I'm not missing anything. I'm not forgetting anything. Also, setting alarms. I know a lot of people set alarms to just wake up early and stuff, but you can also set alarms to get things done and make sure you don't forget, right? Because a lot of you are forgetful, and sometimes it's because you have a lot of things going on. So I know I'll forget some stuff. I know I'm liable to forget some stuff. So that's why I put those alarms to say, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. Almost like planning out your day, right? Essentially, and I'm not the person that plans out every hour, but I kind of say, okay, these are kind of like the 4 or 5 essential things that I want to get done for the day. Let me make sure that I'm getting these things done. And the way I do that is by setting alarms, writing things down, and writing it down in multiple places. So that way you see it throughout the day and it's easy not to forget. And again, that will help you just get a sense of urgency, right? Writing things down. For implementing quickly, you need to implement stuff quickly. If you don't implement stuff quickly, this is probably going to be the one that hurts people the most, because you hear it all the time when you meet up with people that you haven't seen for a while. You say, okay, did you do that thing that you said you were going to do? No. Or I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I was thinking about starting a business. I was thinking about opening up a brokerage account so I can invest. I was thinking, right? So people stay in that phase of thinking, and they don't implement anything. And it's not good just to implement it, because I just talked about it. Like, if you took years to implement something that you learned 2 years ago, then it's not going to be it's not going to have any effect, right? And most likely that trend for that business or that investment will have passed you by already. You have to implement stuff quickly in order for it to work, right? Now, I'm not saying just rush into anything, rush into a business. You need to take your time. You need to know what it is you're doing, but don't take so much time. Don't try to be so perfect where you don't act. A lot of you want to perfect everything and before you make a move, and that's going to be the downfall. Most of you need to go through stuff and have experience to actually learn it, right? It's not good to just read a book, right? People that build cars, they're not just reading a book on how to put certain parts together. They're actually, reading and doing at the same time, right? So you need to implement stuff quickly. For me, like if I get a course, if I get a book, if I get any type of piece of information, especially if I'm paying for it. I know a lot of people will pay for information and don't even use it. So, but you need within a week, if I bought a course about, let's just say, stocks or real estate, within a week, I want to start doing something to implement what I learned. Now, you don't have to go full force, but just one step, one thing that you learned in that course or that book, let yourself try to implement it very quickly. I think you know it will do you justice. And number four, one thing that I stopped doing was spending so much time on social media. A lot of you, you know, you're kind of you do with the company you keep turns you into who you are, right? And a lot of you are surrounded by people on social media that are not doing nothing. It's a lot of entertainment and there's no education, right? Now, I'm not saying you can't have entertainment, but you need to be, you kind of have to surround yourself with people that have urgency to have some urgency, right? Because if you're around people that are just not getting stuff done, they always let trends pass them by. They don't take any action. Most likely that is what you're going to do, and you need to not be around those people, right? And a lot of you are surrounded by those people on social media. It can also be in person too. A lot of family, friends that are not doing anything. I say social media because that's kind of like the outlet now that everybody goes to every morning people just wake up and go on social media, right? And if you're surrounded by people that are just not doing anything, which is the case for most people, then you're probably not going to do anything either, right? So, but I'm not saying social media can actually be good if you use it in the right way. So I would say, surround yourself with people on social media that are actually getting stuff done. Real estate moguls, stock moguls, crypto people, like whatever you want to be an expert in, surround yourself with that. But don't use social media for entertainment. That's probably 90% of what people use social media for. TikTok just got banned, so I think it's probably good for some people because I know TikTok actually gives you. There's some people that give out like educational videos on TikTok, but it was probably good for a little bit so people can just relax and not be sharing just videos that don't give you any information, don't give you any knowledge, and don't move you forward financially. But yeah, those are kind of the four things that give me a sense of urgency, especially when it comes to finances, right? Sense of urgency when it comes to finances. If you don't have it, it'll be your downfall. So again, the first one was waking up early. You need to wake up early. I think this is very key. You can't wake up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and expect to thrive financially. Just it's not going to happen. Two, writing stuff down. Write your stuff down everywhere so you could be reminded of what you need to do. Put dates, put goals, put whatever. Just put it everywhere so you could see it, and that way you're not forgetting stuff. Because sometimes you could just it's not intentional, but if you don't see it, if it's not in your face, it's just you're not going to get it done most of the time. Three, implementing stuff quickly. If you don't implement stuff quickly, it's not going to be good for you. You're just gonna years are gonna pass by before you do anything, by then you'll be 40, 50, and it'd be time to check out. For social media, make sure that if you do use social media, um, that you're surrounding yourself with people that are getting stuff done. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are not getting stuff done and are just using social media for entertainment, you'll probably be the next one, right? So that's pretty much it. Have a sense of urgency. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.